welcome to another video on my channel. This is your host, LDS Samosas, and today I will be showing you a farm that I designed. So, this farm is what is called a sugarcane farm. If you've been playing the game for a long time, you most likely know what a sugarcane farm is, even if you haven't been playing that long. Basically, this farm works by breaking a sugarcane with piston once it is grown. Well, there are many forms in which these farms come in, but the most popular seems to be a design that basically involves a piston, an observer, and of course the sugarcane and water. But here, let's do it right here. So what you'll have normally is a, a sticky piston right here, an observer, I believe, no, other way, like right here, and then with like this. And so when that sugarcane grows, it breaks it off. However, the problem with this design is you oftentimes don't get all the sugarcane. Like, see right there, it pops off. Well, if there was another module there, it would have just gone to the side and landed right here, to be picked up. Now you can do mine carts with rails under this, and that makes it more efficient. But it's also really hard to scale up. So what I have here is a easily scalable, very intuitive redstone farm or redstone design that basically every day um this the farm turns on, and then this collection system was designed by Mango, but anyway, um it then powers the farm powers the collection system once, so that the hopper mine cart goes off. So here, let's turn up the tick speed. Uh, game rule, random tick speed. Let's set it to 50. You see the sugarcane starting to grow really fast, and once it's all the way at 3, I'll just show you how it works. I'll also like reset the tick speed because I don't want it high for that long. But yeah, with this design, it basically how it works is you can't. The only drawback is you don't really want to sleep in between this unless you invert the daylight sensors. But if you plan to AFK it, I just personally prefer the daytime on. But if you're gonna have it running in the background, nighttime on will have to be, or not, nighttime will have to be on. So with this, I think, okay, it's grown enough. I only have the collection system in on one side because I was just going to, show, like with this other side, I'm just showing the fact that if you're working on a server or that runs paper, you're going to have to find another collection system, as I believe this one does not work. The rails do, but there are other minecart collection systems that do work. So anyway, it's now basically fully grown. So let's set back to 3. Oh, so now I'm going to set the time to 1500, where everything will power off, but it won't trigger anything. The reason you want this to happen is because the daylight sensor is emitting a signal of daytime up until a little bit into the night, even if you set it right to night. So you do have to wait a little bit. But then now if you set it to day, it will go off, the minecart will go, and it'll start collecting sugarcane. And you'll also want to like raise these walls. I just did it for demonstration purposes, just so I can like show you what it looks like. But then the minecart is going to come back around and pick up what it didn't pick up before. And you'll see it right now. Yep. And then it just chucks everything it picked up out. And yeah. So the cool thing about this farm is it doesn't have to be this long. You can easily expand it much further than this. The other great thing about this is okay, this side didn't pick up because I don't have the collection system in. But the other great thing about this is how much sugarcane it is collecting. So instead, as you can see, every other row is a full row of sugarcane, and then on the other rows, it's every other sugarcane or every other block is a sugarcane, just slightly alternated, like shifted over one from the row before it. So basically, you just have to do this pattern here. And waterlogged leaves, I love waterlogged leaves. They're awesome. You can also use trapdoor slab, but the leaves just look better. So what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna take out a row. So the slime blocks, or the flying machine, is a standard flying machine with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 slime blocks on each end, and a 9th normal block on the end of that. So what you're gonna want is basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, why am I breaking it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here. The easiest way to do this is to lay the rails first, but since I'm not laying rails, I'm just not gonna lay them down. So right here you'll have 1, 2, and then you can put these in here. Then what you'll want is another set of water on the patches, or adjacent to the patches that don't have sugarcane. So what that causes is this full row of sugarcane right next to another row, and then you just repeat this process all the way, and however far you want. This can be as long as you want. The only danger with making it like insanely long is if you unload the chunks or whatever, the longer it is the longer it has to fly, which means the longer you have to be loading the area while it's flying. But because you only have to load it once a day, or well, you want to keep it loaded for the sugarcane to grow. But because of that, you're going to have this thing loaded in somewhere in your base. And the beauty of it is it's not gonna make any lag, like, at all. The only tiny bit of lag it will cause is when it goes off. And yeah. So I'll give you a look at the redstone. It's a standard piece of redstone. It just daylight sensor goes off, which instantly powers that, but gives it one pulse to power the sticky piston, which means it won't double power the observer so that it won't break. And then you've got an observer going into this block, powering the daylight sensor after a 4 pulse delay. This doesn't need a delay, that does. But yeah. And then to start the machinery, you'll just need one daylight sensor into a double, or 2 repeaters, same setup as before, into a redstone torch that's adjacent to the note block. But yeah, that is pretty much everything to this farm. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like, comment, maybe subscribe. And yeah, if you want to use this design just in a video, just link me in the description, and yeah, or link this video in the description. And that will be all for today. Have a great one. Peace.